We're back with my family. One of the cool things I was lucky enough to do this year, separate trips. I brought Addie to see you guys. I brought Axel to see you guys. I think they're fascinated by Albert, your big Old English sheepdog, because obviously we had a very small dog. Here's Addie with Albert right there. She was just very happy to be. But Addie and you played a hide and seek for about an hour.
Yes.
And it was interesting, because she's a bad hider, but then you were sort of hamstrung as a hider.
Well, we only have so many places you can hide in our house. And we ran out of those in the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we had to create more spaces to hide. And it's difficult for me to hide in our house because wherever I hide, that 80-pound sheepdog is right next to me because he wants to be wherever I am. So it was not easy for me to hide, but she did a good job finding me.
So you're saying, like, ultimately, even for a 4-year-old girl, it's not that hard to find you?
No, she found me.
And I will say, like, you know, obviously, you know, men of your age, sometimes the vision can go, but you found her right away both times. Speaking of dogs, Dad, you were retired, and one of the things you're doing in retirement is throwing your efforts into charitable paths. Talk to us real quick about Delta Dogs.
So I'm on the board of a thing. I got interested. I've always loved dogs, and I'm on the board of a group that we rescue dogs from kill shelters, and we bring them up to New Hampshire and train them and match them with military veterans suffering from PTSD.
Here's some of the pairings here.
So these are some of the veterans, and you can see we have women. We have the gentleman with the white beard is a veteran from Vietnam, and some of the others are veterans from more recent engagements. Not all combat engagements necessarily, but the thing is that there's a lot of PTSD, and a lot of veterans commit suicide, and dogs are an amazing therapy. And so we've had over 100 people go through the program. We've got 26 in now. Everybody's still alive. Everybody's thriving, and the dogs make a huge difference.
Great. We're going to throw that up. We're going to throw up Delta Dogs. So do please visit the website. And obviously, it's a very special time for fundraising and giving. Anything you can do would be really special. And, you know, we were a little worried about you, Mom, when Dad retired. Because, you know, he was going to be around a lot more. Yeah. But it seems like you guys are doing really well. Aww. But what else is he doing in retirement other than Delta Dogs?
Well, he's on his phone all the time playing games.
What kind of games? Like sort of
word games.
Word games, yeah.
Or sometimes he's just scrolling through doing God knows what.
Yeah.
And even when we watch TV, and even when we watch a foreign thing where he's got to read the captions, he's still scrolling through. Yeah. I said, do you know anything that's going on here? Just a minute. Don't disturb me. I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of nothing. It's nonsense.
I really like that we built him up with his charitable endeavors and the speed in which you took the air out of him. But doesn't he have an outdoor project as well?
Oh my gosh, don't. Okay, it's called The Meadow.
The Meadow.
We're calling it His Meadow.
His Meadow.
So there was a period of time in New Hampshire where we were in a serious drought.
Yep.
It was, look, all the lawns were burnt out. They told you don't water, don't water. He gets this bee in his bonnet to put in the front of our house. It's all just trees and big roots and pebbles. And he wants to turn it into a lawn. I said, have you lost your mind? He said, I want a meadow.
Yeah.
You can't, as you know.
True story, Dad. Did you use the word meadow?
No, but I saw something about lawns on my cell phone while I was scrolling.
Oh. So it was bearing fruit, the scrolling.
So he says it's not that expensive. So $400 later, we get it laid down with seed.
It's not that expensive.
So he hauls
$400 for a meadow in this economy?
So he schleps out a little sprinkler.
Okay.
So twice a day, he turns on the water, and I got to listen to her.
That's just turning on the water?
That's the water going back and forth.
Oh,
okay. So this seems, that's sprinkler error.
Well, it was borrowed. He didn't. I told him, don't be paying money for a sprinkler. We've already out.
You're already out $400.
$400 budget, and that was it.
So anyhow,
so he's got a borrowed sprinkler, a janky borrowed sprinkler.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, I keep telling him, Larry, there's a drought on.
Yeah.
He said, oh, don't be ridiculous. Don't be so.
If there was, I'd have read about it on my phone. I didn't see anything about a drought.
So It's a Sunday. He tells me I'd like some ramen. This is one of the huge.
Oh my
good
God,
things.
what a weird veering off this
Well,
story's taking.
Well, this is.
I
one
find
of
it hard to believe Sunday ramen ties into the meadow, but
Now,
the
wait a
floor is yours, my dear.
Okay, so I have to put some water. You know, ramen.
Yeah.
Water's a key.
Yeah,
ingredient.
without water, ramen
You
not
don't
worth the
have
trouble.
ramen. No, it's very crunchy.
Yeah.
It's so dry without
So
water.
anyhow,
So dry.
I go to get the water, and guess what? There is no water.
Oh my God, he used the last bit of water for the meadow?
The well's gone dry.
Oh my God. So
So
you
I
had to
said-
go out to the meadow and squeeze grass?
So he admits to me. I said, well, this takes the cake. And he said, oh, don't be so concerned. I said, Larry, there's no water.
Yeah.
This is big.
Uh-huh.
So he said, you know, I saw like little pieces of dirt coming out of the sprinkler. I said, how does that happen? He said, well, I left the sprinkler on overnight.
It was a technical mistake. It was just a technical mistake.
You managed to sleep through
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable.
They have
So-
a sound machine, and it does that.
Okay,
sound.
gotcha, yeah.
So $3,500 later.
Oh my God, well, where did this money come from? Is that to fix the well?
Yeah, to get a new pump thing in there.
That's right.
And the plumber said, I said, how would this happen? He said, well, was anybody leaving water on?
Yeah. Did
So
he walk?
it's
Did he?
ramen between now and Christmas.
Did he walk in and go? There's a pretty lush meadow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very happy with this meadow.
Yeah.
Who? You're happy with your meadow? Did it work out?
The meadow, we're the envy of all of our friends. We're the envy of all of our friends. And I said, don't walk in my meadow. Walk around. Walk around. Don't walk
So
in
I
my
remember
meadow.
sending you a text describing all of this.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but is your father mental?
Yeah.
And I get one answer.
Just remember the Tesla. Remember what I told
I
you.
get one word answer from you, mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we reached that conclusion. You guys, we got a lot more. We'll be right back with Hillary, Larry, and Josh. Stick around. We'll be right back with more later.